does love this airplane, and there she is, approaching from the right. Now, if you were expecting a very loud noise from the Vulcan, was all bigger than this engine. Test pilot, used to fly this Spitfire when it's airworthy. And sitting in the right-hand seat, not captaining today, is the 30 years ago this year, and dropped 21 1,000-pound bombs on Port Stanley, 2 of which hit the runway. And that's about part of the course, World War II, unguided bombs. So Vulcan coming back in towards us. As I say, this is their first flight. They just had many after pretty much the same as they did last year. The aeroplane that was to become the Vulcan was first drawn on a scruffy piece of paper in 1946 by the man. Thinking about this amazing aeroplane 5 years after the Lancaster first flew. It's quite extraordinary. And she eventually flew in 1950, but his work was taken on by Stuart Davis. And so 11 years after the Lancaster flew, this aeroplane flew. But you might think they came from different centuries. Eventually 136 of them were built, and with the contemporary Battalions Invicta, it had been designed to carry the British nuclear deterrent until submarine-launched nuclear missiles came along in the mid-60s, and Vulcans lost their awesome responsibility of providing the quick reaction alert nuclear deterrent. When they did that years ago, which was at the time the longest bombing raid in history, 7,760 miles, which is further than from here to Santiago in Chile. This particular area Martin with us, sitting in the right-hand seat, and Phil Dell sitting in the left-hand seat. The third man of the group is the Air Electronics Officer, Harry Macefield, very important man in the Vulcan crew. He runs all the electrics, sometimes known as the electric bomber, very complicated electrics in the aircraft. And during operational days, he has 2 navigators as well. Bomb doors open. There you can see where those 21 1,000-pound bombs fit. That's what she was designed to do. Well, also designed for a very big nuclear weapon. But eventually, right at the end of her service, they're really happy to see you, all sorts of good things to buy and ways of supporting this magnificent aeroplane, doing a low, slow, wheel-down flypast. will perhaps be wondering, if you haven't been following this closely, honestly, everything that could have been has been tried, but it hasn't happened, although we are still trying to pump the project strongly to the industry. But we're still making money. We're flying there 21 times more, at least this season. We hope for some others. And of course, whenever we get the big Vulcan village out, which is what's here today, or sometimes a smaller version, then we really depend on people going to see her. And it's strange that we haven't got a named sponsor. No one's come forward. It's odd that, because one of the things that she does outstandingly well is to inspire and excite the next generation of British engineers and designers by her example of what can be achieved. So I would have thought big companies would be queuing up to support her. If you've not heard it before, that was the famous Vulcan howl. All sorts of theories as to why that happens. I don't think anybody really knows. But anyway, it's a unique Vulcan sound of the four Rolls-Royce Olympus engines, about 16,000 pounds of static thrust each. So she's going to land from the left. She's going on the downwind forward to her, performing for the rest of the season, and indeed celebrating Her Majesty's Diamond Jubilee with every display that she does. Just about to touch down. She does have a big braking parachute, but I suspect she won't use it here on this 10,000 foot runway. She doesn't need to. It's very expensive every time she uses the braking parachute, but occasionally we can use it when it's not strictly necessary. But I noticed that Pod is keeping the nose up, which means that the oncoming airflow is hitting that huge silver wing at absolutely enormous blast from slowing the aircraft down and stop the nose down at the very last minute. There's the nose wheel coming down, all 18 wheels down on the ground. The Vulcan has landed.